Hi, everyone. Tina Ekblad with Sage Entitlements here, speaking to my friends and colleagues in Walton County about the special magistrate process. For those of you that don't know, Walton County adopted a special magistrate into their quasi-judicial hearing process back in April. All new major development order applications will be going through this process, along with rezonings and maybe even land use, depending on how you read the ordinance. The special magistrate is actually an administrative law judge that will be traveling over from Tallahassee. Walton County has executed a contract with the Division of Administrative Hearings to provide this service. The judge that sits as the magistrate will accept evidence and testimony into the record in support of the application request, or if you happen to be an interested party in opposition to the application request. Now, those of you that have been practicing in Walton County for an extended period of time know that quasi-judicial hearings are nothing new. They have occurred in front of the Planning Commission and the Board of County Commissioners for many, many years. What is a little bit different about the special magistrate is the process and the evidentiary procedure is the terminology that the county attorney's office used this morning. And so you will need an attorney to aid you in navigating this process. You will also need technical experts to provide testimony supporting the application or opposing the application, and ensuring that that testimony is substantial and competent evidence. That will be considered by the judge. And then after the close of the hearing, a written recommendation will be sent to the Board of County Commissioners, and that will be considered on the consent agenda at the final hearing. While the various details of the process are being worked out, if you have a major development order application submitted to the county already, I would strongly suggest you make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed in the written record. Additionally, that your project team has all the technical experts necessary to make various points needed and demonstrate compliance and consistency with the county regulations. Part of that is because the process for the actual hearing in front of the judge is still being worked out. So there may eventually be a time limit on the presentation that applicants can make. In some places I've worked, that time limit could be 5 minutes, it could be 15, it could be 30. Depending on what shakes out, the written record and the materials that go to the judge for consideration may become very important. Obviously, if it were to be 5 minutes, there is no way to provide a full record via testimony in that time frame. So your application materials and supporting reports become very important. The other thing that is still being worked out is the timing of the hearing. The county would very much like for there to be a minimum of 1 day a month for the judge to travel from Tallahassee to Walton County to hear multiple cases. And that would aid the county in keeping up with permitting volume and also the applicant with scheduling. Obviously, by incorporating an additional hearing that requires a written recommendation, we are extending the timeline by which projects are considered. So as you're working with your clients and your project team, be mindful of the fact that what you may have thought just a couple months ago in terms of start to finish will likely be extended. There is no deadline in the ordinance for the written recommendation to be produced. So I think we should anticipate that it will take some time and there may be a few weeks in between the close of the hearing and that recommendation being published. Additionally, we should all expect that the hearing in front of the judge is a little bit more formal than what we may have seen in the past in front of Planning Commission and the Board of County Commissioners. There are also a few cases that were pending when this ordinance was adopted, And so if you are one of the members of our community that is active in attending the Board of County Commission meetings, you should anticipate applicants coming forward and requesting the board send them to the special magistrate. From what I understand, there were 9 applications that were given the option of either moving through the old process or navigating into the new special magistrate process. Should they choose to go to the magistrate, they will ask that of the Board of County Commissioners, and the commission will decide whether or not to afford them that opportunity. This is obviously a fluid situation and process. We are anticipating that it will start in August. So if you have additional questions and as additional details come available, I'll be sure to let you know.